Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're live. We're live, baby.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, we're going to talk about living immediately. That's what we're going to talk about today.
We're talking about decision number
No,
6.
no, we're not. We're doing that tomorrow. We're going to talk about, didn't you got my message?
I got your message and I got your response.
We're going to do that tomorrow.
Well, we can't.
Yes, we
because
are.
it's already been delivered.
It doesn't matter. Executive decision. We're going
He's
to do
not
this.
the executive
I sent
producer.
you the daggone thing.
And I responded. And you responded. And you
I came in here and talked to you, sat
absolutely.
down,
Good
played
morning,
the recording for
Melissa.
you. We're going to talk about living immediately.
Absolutely.
That's what
all
we're
of those
talking about.
things happened, but that was not the last thing that you said in your message.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. We are here today on this wonderful Wednesday. We look forward to having our discussion with you, but we'll be back in a minute.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We're looking forward to settling in and getting things back to the beginning. So today is Wednesday. It is definitely evaluation day. It is a very busy day around the McNeill household. We've got events scheduled, networking scheduled, training scheduled, and we hope that your day is filled with all the success that you want. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Good morning. Good morning.
It's so
good morning.
particularly poignant. Good morning. Good morning. It's so particularly poignant on Wednesday, on evaluation day. The topic I've been studying these Stoics, these great thoughts of people like Seneca and Plato and Epictetus. I've been listening to their thoughts and their philosophies over the last couple of days. There's this one video on YouTube that I just keep going back to. It's like 20 minutes long exactly. And it's called The 12 Lessons of the Stoics. And it just immediately, it says 12 life lessons that could change your life immediately. 12 lessons that could change your life immediately. And the first one that could change your life immediately was the decision to put everything into two categories, particularly the things that are upsetting to you or trying to you or tribulations. Put them all into two categories. The things that you have no control over and the things that you have some control over. You know, if your plane doesn't take off because of bad weather, no amount of yelling at the attendant at the airport is going to make the weather be calmer or make the plane move. Okay. So don't bother getting upset about the things that you can't control. He's talking about we waste a lot of time worrying and getting upset about things that we have no impact on. None. Okay?
Like the person driving in front of us.
Yeah, it could even be that person. The person driving in front of you in the wrong lane. You waste time and energy being upset about them being dumb. I recognize that, baby, because I do that. Okay. And also you can't make anybody do anything. You can't make people like you, for example. But the things that you can control, I don't like my weight. Okay. I have a lot of control over what I put in my mouth. Okay. I can't remember the last time someone forced anything into my mouth. Okay. Pretty much everything I put in my mouth is I chose to. Okay. So you have a lot of control over. That's the first one. But what I want to highlight on today is this concept by Seneca, live immediately. And he goes on to this thinking about every single day. He says death is not the final outcome because we die a little bit every day. Every single day that we've lived, once we've lived this day, none of this day can be retrieved. Not a minute, not a second, not a moment from this day can be retrieved. Once it's gone, it's dead. Okay. So that's why you should not waste your days, because every single day that you don't use, you just wasted that day. You'll never have it again, right? So he's talking about living immediately, saying not postponing your happiness, not postponing your idea, not postponing the things that you want to go for, because you die every day. You don't have that kind of time. Yesterday, we had a beautiful tribute to Miss Vivian. And I think another tribute to her is to live our lives now while we can. She impacted us all while she was here. And her labor here on this earth is now completed. She has no more things that she could do here. But if you're still here, if I'm still here, we have an obligation to live now. That's what I want to talk about.
Absolutely. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Good morning, Dr. Deborah again. Good morning, Melissa. Melissa said, how about those storms this morning? It was treacherous. It was a treacherous drive to school for real. Absolutely. Melissa's here in North Carolina as well. The storms were crazy. And let me tell you something. I don't run outside, right? I run inside on my treadmill. But this morning, those storms and lightning felt like electrocution was going to come, or they also felt like that's some good sleep right there. And I promise you, I will get my walk in today, but that at 7 a.m., those lightnings and thunder and everything was going and flashing. I got up, I acted like I was going to go downstairs, and then I got back in the bed because that stuff it was too much for me. It was too much.
It was violent out here and noisy and dark. And we even had a power surge here too. Everything blanked out for a few moments and it came back on.
So I was like, nope, not going to do it. But I will be back down tomorrow or later on today, but I will catch up later on today. I'm in my 6th week now. Good morning, Miss Felicia. Good morning. Dr. Deborah said, man, I didn't want to get out of bed. Can I tell you? That was some good sleep. That last hour when I went back to sleep.
Y'all both have good reasons to get out of the bed, but I understand and respect on this day.
It was good. So definitely want to get that time back, and I don't want to break my streak. So 6 weeks, twice a day for 3 days out of the week, and every day, Monday through Friday. And I am continuing that habit. I want to continue that habit consistently.
I'm happy that we're here today too, because last night we had the Male Empowerment Networks meeting and it was amazing. You had the women meeting?
Oh my God, it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
The men's meeting had to have been better,
if you say so. There was about 15 of us. We were just celebrating, supporting, and meeting and greeting and sharing. It was such a great opportunity. When I think about it, we talked about, there are different networking events and activities all over, but there's just nothing like women empowerment networks. There really is not. It's you get the professional in there, but you get the personal and you get the spiritual. And we really, really, really had a great time. something is giving me
saying, what's going on with you?
Yeah, I don't know. Something is giving. I haven't eaten anything or drank anything.
I've had a full breakfast and I'm good.
Why I'm itching, but I'm itching.
Go get some lotion.
Just the oil right there.
This?
Yeah.
Okay. There were some men that came last night that hadn't been in a long time. They had been probably over a year since they had been there. And they showed up last night and it was like, man, Brian, you've been doing this for a long time. And they was even hearkening on something Lisa just said. There's nothing like this. Where the men can gather and be supportive of each other like this. He goes, man, there's nothing like this, man. It was just refreshing for them, even though they had been before, but they hadn't been in a while. It was just wonderful. So that's part of what we do. You know, we have opportunities for men and women to be transparent. We do it on the 1st and the 3rd Tuesday of each calendar month.
Yeah.
Sister Felicia said, yes, there was a thunder and lightning show last night and had some flooding in my apartment. No fun. Clean up water. No, it's not. And I'm sorry this happened to you, my sister.
No, it is not. Even with women empowerment, one of those revelations came through on last night, because not only do we host a networking meeting where we can get together, communicate on personal, professional, and spiritual things, but we also help and encourage other people to do the same. Like, there's no shortage of needs for people to gather or to connect. And one of the things that just came to me on yesterday was like, how many churches do you drive past, walk past, go past before you get to your church? There's no need for there to only be one. There's a lot of different opinions, a lot of different emotions, a lot of different theories and thoughts. So let yours be there as well. I'm itching all over. You're giving me hives, baby.
I have impact on women, but not like that. Jesus. Cut it out. But I'll have to follow up with this later. It's too much right now. So what I was going to say, but I do want to talk about, I've been studying. I do want to talk about living immediately. What's your thoughts on what does that mean to live immediately? To stop postponing your happiness, stop postponing your pursuit of your big idea, to live. And as I say it, I know we all have different ideas of what does it mean to actually live, because there's philosophers and there's thoughts out here that some people are not living, they're existing, they're not living. They go into work, they earn the bread, they watch TV, and they go to bed, and sunrise, sunset, year to year. Before they know it, winter will be here. That's not living. Dr. Dennis Waitley, that poem I just snippet from the poem, Go to Work, Earn the Bread, that's from Dr. Dennis Waitley's Psychology of Winning poem. But he also says that a lot of adults live their lives in quiet desperation, racing through life, seeking money till they reach the other side. And that's not a living either. Just racing through life, trying to pick up money until you die. Trying to get money until you die.
Do you have the wash machine on?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I listen, we got all of this talk about water, and then she talked about thunder and flooding, and it sounded like there was flooding in the house. Machine, baby. I got it now. I'm all caught up. But how can you take a hold of today? Carpe diem. How can you seize the day? How can you decide to do today possibly something that you've been putting off forever? Like is there anybody who has a thought, a dream, an invention, an idea that they feel like that they have put off, and maybe tomorrow, maybe today is the day to finally embrace, you know what? I'm going to do it today. I'm going to do it today.
Are you an excellent singer? Are you singing anywhere? Are you an artist? Are you doing any art? Are you drawing or painting or sculpting or anything? But you're a talented artist, but you're not doing any art. Come on, man. Come on, woman.
Absolutely.
Are you an amazing, whatever, dancer? Are you an amazing dancer and not dancing? Dance. Don't neglect your giftings. Don't neglect your thing. Do that.
And don't let there be any boundaries and parameters onto what or whether or not what you can do is the right thing to do. There's a room for everything. I actually did a search because I did a search looking for flexibility, looking for help getting more flexibility. And you can find beginners, and you can find seniors, and you can find everything in between. There's a video that I saw of a very plus size woman of a certain age teaching you how to stretch to get the benefit of flexibility, right? How many times do you think she probably heard, and nobody don't want to see that, nobody don't want to go with, you to hear you this, but how about the people who need to see someone that looks like them doing what it is that they want to do? You do, and I think you have an audience of people who look closer to like you that want to see you do. Absolutely. And I have come to a place where I embrace that. Absolutely. Brother Mark, good morning. Good morning. He says the storms and lightning were something. They also serve a lesson for life. The storms come, but in due time they pass. Even in the midst of the storm, one can find peace. In this case, sleep. It's the same with life. When all hell is breaking loose, there will be a moment of pause. It is there you can regroup, rethink, recover, redirect. Even decide to live for now. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not arrived yet. All we have is a right now. To your point, Brian, embrace the moment.
Because
When after a certain amount, the text doesn't come through. So I would love to hear the rest of that point.
But it's so interesting. What God is doing something to me right now. He's speaking to me in a certain way. He's having me listen to these Stoics. He's having me experience with you guys yesterday to tribute to Miss Vivian. But he also had me late last night. The last thing I did waking, I was I had the thought of lighthouses and the waves that crash against them. Mm-hmm. So I Google search, and I've always liked the lighthouses. Lisa knows I collect them. If I ever see figurines of lighthouses or rhinos, I typically will buy those things. Because a lighthouse, is a beacon of light, helps the ships to guide, to keep them off the rocks, but they endure so much of the weather.
I always wonder why they don't make the other houses out of the same thing.
Which makes sense.
The lighthouse.
Lighthouse is made out of stone, but the house around it might be made of wooden, but the lighthouse can withstand stuff and other houses can't. Okay, but anyway. So I just Googled some pictures. I think I posted like 6 pictures of huge waves crashing around the lighthouse. And no matter how violent, no matter how strong, no matter how powerful the waves are, that lighthouse is going to stand. No matter what's going on, the lighthouse stands. And even in one of the pictures, the waves are really, really engulfing the lighthouse. And there's, I guess, the lighthouse attendant. There's a man standing in the bottom of the lighthouse, mm-hmm. looking out at the camera, I guess from a helicopter or something. It looks like he got a cup of coffee in his hand. Mm-hmm. Okay. And he's looking up at the camera, while all this violent water is raging around him. He's been here before, and your next storm, you've been there before. You could be the lighthouse in your next storm.
You could be, or in someone else's storm.
Yeah.
You could be the lighthouse. You could be the opportunity to be the guiding light, to move them from what mm-hmm. feels like, looks like, seems like an impossible situation into a place where they can actually find peace.
Yeah. So
hey, Bill,
that was last night, and this morning, what you guys are saying, what Brother Mark just said. So I know God is doing something to me. Okay. One of the things he's done for me in the past day with the study that I've been on is it caused me to have less angst about my workshop today. Okay. Mm-hmm. For example, I was so hyped on it being perfect. I'm so hyped on how many people mm-hmm. registered and when they register and all that kind of stuff. But studying the Stoics, it says, Brian, you can't make people show up. Okay. Mm-hmm. Whoever shows up, that's who you're going to serve.
Absolutely.
That's it. Stop that angst on stuff I can't control.
Well, not only that, I think, and the way that I have interpreted the counting is sometimes the counting is a lack of faith creeping in, because
could be, yeah.
We've learned biblically that it's not about the numbers. It's not about the numbers. In God's hands, little becomes much. To go ahead to complete Mark's thought, it says, embrace this moment, because when it's gone, it's gone. Do not leave this earth saying, I wish I would have. Leave here saying, I did. Yep. Amen.
That's
Bill
the
likes
proverb.
The
mm-hmm.
lighthouses as well. Thank you. I love them.
Sister Felicia
says, I have a few things I've been neglecting, but one is my music talents. And this month I'm going to schedule time to finally go to the studio and record some of the songs.
Beautiful.
I wrote. You never know. You might just have one of the Billboard Top 100 songs.
That's right.
Amen.
But what we do know is that possibility doesn't even exist unless you do record that song.
Absolutely.
So I'm prayerful that you do, Sister Felicia. And I believe you have musical talent. So we know something's going on. Did you finish that point, though, you were making about, is it a lack of faith, that counting and all that stuff?
Well, sometimes we evaluate a number differently than God evaluates a number. I mean, in the cases with Gideon, the army was big and God made it small because he wants the point to be that it is with God all things are possible, and not just because he had more people on his side.
Amen. I have talked to you guys and shared this story at least twice before about how just one person in showing up could give you everything that you wanted from the crowd,
And you never know when that will be.
Oh,
Just
my Lord.
live earnestly and do your very best at every turn is what the challenge is. Absolutely.
This seems to be a lesson that we have to keep teaching ourselves over and over.
Absolutely. On last night, I was grateful that we had a good number in our group, but I was also resolved if some of the people who had registered had not attended, that we were still going to persist. We were going to go forward. I was grateful for anyone who decided to be with us at that time. And I'm telling you, it really was beautiful. It really was beautiful. We had a great women's fellowship, and I can't wait until the next one on the 21st so that we can get together. And
21st. We do it on the first and third Tuesday of every month. Male empowerment networks and women empowerment networks.
Absolutely. Excuse me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Dang, just violently move the whole place around. Anyway, and I do want to still talk about this some more too. What you doing? Did you turn off the dryer?
Yes.
Why?
That sounds.
No. Leave that door open. The room gets so much hotter when you close that door. Open it, baby. Open it. This room is the hottest room in the house. Okay. Golly. Good morning, Kat. How you doing?
Good morning, Kat.
She goes, dang on it. I get a reminder next time.
You get a reminder every time. I'm going to make, see, I have a couple of cards that I am having to make manual reminders because I guess that the email reminder is simply not enough. And I will do it. I do not mind. See, I just wrote you down. I got today's reminder, and this is next Tuesday's reminder. And I'll remind you on Monday. I completely forgot last night. Kat, we love you.
It's okay, Kat.
There'll
be another meeting.
We promise.
But Kat's a veteran. She used to show up when we did them live and in person.
When she was reminded.
Okay. I remember seeing her at some of the live events.
Yes, she definitely came to the live events. But I am grateful. We have decided to maintain them online, but we are going to have a physical fellowship as well.
Dr. Deborah says, I am living for today. I decided to relaunch my Empowerment Living Fellowship. I had not done it since moving here to Charlotte. Come on. I enjoy holding place for people to speak on spiritual gifts and natural things without feeling like an outcast.
And supernatural things.
I enjoy holding a place for people to speak on spiritual gifts and supernatural things without feeling like an outcast.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Kat, you're very welcome. We love you back. And absolutely, I know that part. That part.
That's your thing?
Yes. So we will definitely, it's right here. It goes nowhere. I stay with it. And I will call and follow up with you and make sure I get to see your lovely face this Friday.
Living immediately, but go ahead.
Yes, living immediately. If you have thought about writing a book, if you have considered telling your story, if you have put it off one more year, we're now in 2021 and you still ain't did it. Well, this Friday, we're doing the workshop again to help you to write and publish that book, that story. So this Friday, I don't have the information in front of me, which I should, but it has gone out in the email. And if you are interested in the registration, just inbox me. It's a free class. We're going to hear about the stories that have already been written. Some of the people who might have felt just like you. Oh, I don't want to write my story. I don't want to tell my story, or I don't know how to write my story.
I do want to write my story. Don't know how to do it.
Absolutely. And we will hear from you and what it is that you have to share. Because I'm telling you, when you tap in to the lesson that you've learned, the universe begins to unfold and assemble the tribe of people who need that information that you had just hanging around in your head from the life's experiences that you've gone through. We talked about that on yesterday as well with some of the women. But this Friday, men and women, you are invited to learn to write and publish your story. I am excited to take this journey again. That's right. Men and women. Everyone has a testimony. That's really what your story is.
And you do have a bunch of, you have a few men authors.
I have a few men authors. Yeah, I have. Yes, I do. It's disproportionately women, but I do have a few men. A few good men.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. So that's another opportunity. That's another way to live immediately. Take advantage of opportunities before you. Taking advantage of living immediately, living now while you have the chance. There's a classic movie, and the movie is called Yes Man. Yes Man. The character in this movie's name is Jim Carrey. And the movie's called Yes Man. And the premise of the movie is this man is not living. He's existing. He's not really enjoying his work. He's depressed because his girlfriend left him. And all he wants to do is stay at home, lay on the couch, watch videos. That's all he's wanting to do. And his buddies or friends would invite him out to things all the time. He always said no. No, and he always gave up excuses. No, I can't go. I can't do that. He didn't have anything, but he didn't want to go out. He didn't want to be around people. He didn't want to attend anybody's anything. Buddy has a wedding coming up. He's even trying to get out of his buddy's wedding because he's in a funk, you know. And one of his friends tricks him to go into a motivational seminar. And this guy jumped on him and kind of got him excited. And he says, from now on, you have to say yes to everything.
Wow.
No matter what it is, the universe is watching. You have to say yes to everything. And if you say no to anything, bad things going to happen. As soon as he leaves his thing, his neighbor asks him, could he hang some pictures for her? And he's like, no, trying to get out of it. And as he turns around, he falls down the stairs and he goes, oh, I can't say no because the universe watches. So he does and goes and hangs the picture for her. And then she tries to do. Anyway, the point is he started saying yes to everything. And his whole life became so much better. He took guitar lessons. He went and saw a concert. He did all kinds of things. He ended up with a great girl. His life changed when he started saying yes to more things. That was an example of living immediately.
Absolutely.
Now, some of it is extreme. You don't have to say yes to everything. But
yes, it's good.
Yes, it's good. But if you say yes to everything, you can sometimes be saying yes to your detriment. Okay.
You can. Yes. I guess you could.
So living immediately, that's what I want to talk about. What does that mean to you? Living life now while you have the chance. Living immediately. You know, your life matters. Your days matter. Keep on letting these days pass you by. Come on, far side.
Absolutely. You get to bring it to pass. Now, I did get the information for you guys to write and publish. And the workshop is, the link to the workshop is right. It'll be up on your screen.
Kat says, I need a ghostwriter.
Kat, I got you on the list. You do not need a ghostwriter, and you have been registered.
Text to talk.
You need to understand that there are multiple processes to help you to get your thoughts out of you in such a way that people want to receive them. Good morning, Katura. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Sister Felicia.
Felicia says, awesome. It's like you're opening yourself up to all life's possibilities. That's exactly what saying yes is. One of the shows that I like, Grace and Frankie, that I watched a couple last year or so, they had a yes day. It was very, very fun. I loved it. Grace reminds me of my grandmother anyway.
I couldn't stand it.
Well, they remind me of people in my family.
So your point?
They had a yes day. And the yes day was as a result of a funk that Grace was in. She was in a really, really bad funk. And Frankie said it's because you're always saying no to everything. Every time there's an opportunity for something, you say no. No, no, no. It's like that's your middle name. And so they invented Yes Day. Now, it was full of calamities. It was, of course, a lot of shenanigans, but there was also a great closeness that came out of it. You love it, Katara. I knew I liked you.
What?
She likes Grace
Love
and
that
Frankie.
show. Okay. So the premise of the Yes Day is to do what?
To open up life to all of the possibilities that even though lots of things can go wrong, they met new people, they had experiences, they danced on tables. Yes. They danced on tables. They had to say yes to everything. I think they got arrested or their car got stolen or something. But it was just fun. It was just really, really fun.
William Brown, I am learning to say yes when it is a yes and not saying no because I am afraid. That's a wonderfully poignant point, Brother Bill.
Absolutely.
Wonderfully poignant. Sometimes we say no either out of habit or because we're afraid.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm accustomed to saying no. Your whole psyche knows that you say no. You don't even have to think about it. This is just what we do. We're say no people.
We're say no people.
Yeah. Your psyche knows that. So that's out of habit. I'm going to tell you another thing that came up out of the men's meeting last night. There was a brother that was having a challenge, and one brother offered him a strategy. And it was kind of interesting how he laid it out. He says, let me see if I can offer you this strategy. He says, do you run? He goes, what? Run away from my feelings? He goes, no, like run on the street, like jog, run. He goes, no, I never run. I work out, but I don't run. He says, good that you don't run. Because now I want you to start running. I want you to run a mile tomorrow. What? Run a mile tomorrow? What? He goes, yeah, I want you to run a mile tomorrow. And then I want you to run every day for a little while because you don't normally run. You need to do something that's out of your norm to change your whole mindset.
Yes.
And if you start doing something that's not in your norm, like running, you don't run. So if you start running, he says, you'll be surprised at how other things in your life change too. Just with this thought and just with this discipline, you'll find yourself thinking clearer because you're doing something that's not normal to you.
Absolutely.
So you like that philosophy?
I do like that philosophy because it does open up to so many different things. First of all, you see things that you never even noticed before. They were already there, but you didn't see them because if you're a walker or if you're a runner, if you're not a walker or not a runner, there are things that you just never see on the same street that you live on. The same street, like because you drive past it.
Even if you see it right on your own treadmill, I bet you think about things differently as you're moving differently.
On my treadmill, what I get to see is the yard across, and I get to see when the honeysuckle is in bloom, and I get to see when it's getting cooler. And to be quite honest, a lot of people don't realize that before I was walking, I could go days without leaving the house, like at all. Especially since we're in confinement,
Stay
right?
Inside. Yeah.
Stay inside. I could go days. Instacart brings my groceries. I don't mow the grass. I could stay inside for a long time and not go outside. But now, even though I just opened the garage and go down into the garage, I can see what the weather is like. I can see that the days are turning. I can see that there's stuff out there that I may or may not want to do. Kat says, I literally was just having this conversation with myself, and I'm going to stop letting work consume me and start living my life and pursuing my dreams. And I decided that it's never too late. It's never too late. And I was basically giving up.
I'm willing to help someone
else be great, but not myself. Woo! Permission to be amazing is granted. Come on, Kat. And I'm going to continue in my path of entrepreneurship. I never stopped. Amen.
Amen. That's good, Kat.
I'm glad for that.
Days matter. So seize it now. Live immediately.
And Kat, I added you to the writing class. It is on Friday. It is on Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern because I now have potential clients in the UK, and 11 o'clock Eastern is the right time of the afternoon for them as well. So we have to balance some of these scheduling, but it is recorded. So
Sister Felicia says, please add me to the reminder list as well.
The reminder for women empowerment, Felicia?
I do have some meetings in other groups I'm in, but I definitely will move some things around to connect more with you guys because I see the value and I love being a part of this group.
We love having you. Yes, I added you. If you could inbox me your email, I'll make sure that you're added so that we don't get overlooked as well.
Living immediately. Yesterday
is my living in
yesterday's show made a lot of people happy, myself included. We had an opportunity to show love to Miss Vivian, our sister, who's gone on to be in glory. And the outpouring of love and the way she impacted so many people. Even this morning, I was looking at the comments from this morning of the people that were not even on the show, but they were tagging on and making comments this morning. They're going to miss her.
Yes.
Okay. And having that tribute to her yesterday, today I think is the right day to evaluate and to decide, make a decision to live immediately,
Absolutely.
to live our lives right now while we can.
Absolutely. No, Kat, it is not in person. It is virtual. It is a virtual class. Both Women Empowerment Networks is virtual and is the Learn to Write and Public
and Male Empowerment Networks
class
is virtual as well. What did Mark just say?
Virtual. And Brother Mark says at the end of the day, we have to say yes to ourselves. We're often the last person we challenge, hold accountable, or even give permission to pursue those things that makes us happy and allows us to truly live life and not merely exist in it. Yes.
And
yes.
Kat Ivy says, and where is my song?
Now, what is Kat's song? Do you remember Kat's song?
Help me. Now, we haven't done anybody's song yet, Kat, and we're getting to that moment where we're about to do the songs.
Miss Felicia, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Lord.
Miss Vivian has transcended. She's returned to source as of Friday morning. We had a memorial service for her yesterday virtually here, and their family is planning their other services as well. I'm sorry that this is the first that you're hearing of it. We did announce it and tried to make as many calls as we could to make sure that people knew.
But yesterday, everyone showed love, and a lot of people came on live to say their words on her.
Absolutely.
Kat, you got to give us a hint. We never made one for her?
No, she said we never made one for her. So we got to get one for her.
Okay. You know, I think of Kat. No, I think of a lot of things, but Janet Jackson has sung Kat. Black Cat. Da, da, da,
I don't know that song.
Yeah. You better watch yourself or you're gonna die. Something like that.
I don't know.
That Janet Jackson Cat song is in my head. Pastor George Allen, Chef Rev says, you guys are in my Kool-Aid this morning. I've been gathering, and researching for my book entitled That's the Psychological Effects of Santa Claus.
Well,
I'm ready to move forward. Now, the title is intriguing, my brother. She don't want the Janet Jackson Cat song. Good. So help us, Kat, suggest a song that you think speaks to your spirit, and we'll find something in there. Like a lot of people have, like Tarnez Green. He gave us a song that he liked, Do It Baby. And then we was able to find his jam in that. Miss Jeannie Muhammad, she gave us a song, and we was able to find her song out of the song that she liked. Or you could be like Melissa Price, Melissa Price gave us a song that she liked, and we found her jingle out of that too.
Absolutely.
So suggest a song that you like, Kat, and we'll do it.
Chef Rev, you need to be in class on Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern. Friday class, the published class 2021, so that we can help you to move forward. If you'd like to talk before then, you know how to reach me. Just give me a call.
Kat says that's because I look like Janet Jackson.
That's it. You better know it. That's all. That's why.
Like Janet Jackson?
Yes, that's what
she
it
looks
is.
like Janet Jackson.
You know who Kat Ivy is?
I know who Kat Ivy is. I think Janet Jackson has Janet Jackson's beauty, and Kat Ivy has Kat Ivy's beauty.
All right.
Okay, but I'm not saying they look alike.
Okay, that was a joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Tarna is that. Blessed morning prayers for Miss Vivian's family. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Felicia Gardner.
She says, "Oh no, I'm so sad. She was so sweet. Yes. She is. My heart is so heavy right now. I will send my condolences to her family and friends. Amen." I know, Kat. Brian is Brian. I'm
literal sometimes. Literal.
Very literal.
All right, so it's 9:37 now, and we do have a good collection of people in here, and it's a good time for us to thank you. Thank you, first off, for your loyalty to the show. Thank you for those of you who took part in the tribute yesterday. I cannot thank you guys enough for yesterday. That was so beautiful. Miss Felicia, yes, you did miss something yesterday. Yesterday was an event unlike we ever had before on this show. We never had anything like that before. But we only did one greeting song yesterday, and that was Miss Vivian's, and we sang it collectively. We had like eight people on the screen, and we all sang Miss Vivian's song at the same time. Sounded terrible, but it was cathartic as well.
That's right. It was awesome, Tarnez.
Melissa Price.
Awesome. Melissa said.
Wow. Okay.
Melissa said yesterday, or Melissa and I think it was Melissa and Glenda both said that they did not want to retire Miss Vivian's song. But I think that we need to allow her to rest and to let that memory be one that we all hold, because everybody triggers differently.
Yeah. Just like a great player in the NBA or football, they get their number retired. So no one else will ever wear that number again. It's an honor to retire someone's number. Okay.
If you retire somebody's number, nobody can use that number on that team.
Again, yes.
But isn't this going to run out of numbers eventually?
Oh, it's a long way from running out of numbers, baby.
No, but there's only 2-digit numbers, right?
Right now, but they could go to 3 if
they can't put 3 digits on people's back. Could. How are you going to call 104 coming out?
Well, there's a lot of numbers to choose from, baby.
There's 2-digit numbers.
There's 53 players on the team.
Right, with only up to 2-digit numbers.
There's a lot of number combinations, baby. There's single numbers, and there's 2-digit numbers, okay? They're not going to run out of numbers.
They're going to run out of numbers.
And if they retire numbers, they would have to retire how many numbers in order for that to be a problem?
All the numbers. 99 numbers.
Right. They don't have 99 players to retire.
They have 53 players.
On a team.
And that team is the only team that can retire that number, that team.
For that team.
Right?
Yes.
So that means 2 sets of teams being sunset. You used up all the numbers.
They're not using all of them. They're retiring only the numbers of the absolute greatest players they ever had. They might retire 1 number or 2 number or 3 numbers or maybe 4, but not retiring 53 people. Ugh. Talking to sports with someone who's not a sports person. That's like reminiscing on somebody you just met with somebody you just met.
You can reminisce with somebody you just met.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Oh my gosh. Miss Phyllis is here. Let's do our jams. Let's go.
This is the time of the show. We've been here for 5 years, and many of you have been here with us from the very beginning. Melissa's definitely been with us from the beginning. And we have created songs that give us the opportunity to serenade you and say thank you. And some have songs, some have logos, some have other whatever ways that we say hello and how are you. And we're going to start today with Melissa. And if you don't have a song yet, help us to find one for you. You do that 2 ways. 1, show up
regularly and contribute. Say something.
And 2, give us the genre, the feeling, the emotion, the business topic, or the song itself that you want us to metamorphosize into a song for
like
you.
Like Melissa. Bam, 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 bam. Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's on. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price.
Melissa. Good morning to you. She was out riding. I can't imagine having to drive in that rain today, the way that it sounded. I didn't even go to the window. So I'm glad that you made it safely. I'm glad that you made it safely and you got the children there safely as well. I hope it doesn't rain on your way back. Dr. Deborah is here.
Go ahead, Dr.
Deborah, healing and deliverance coach. Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. How you doing?
Good morning, Dr.
Miss Phyllis is here. Miss Phyllis is getting her model on lately, taking pictures and all that.
Yes, she's been taking some great pictures. I have love the headdresses and the pictures and everything.
Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis.
I love the way that Beverly had repurposed that. Oh, Anthony Witz is here. Melissa, you know me.
You want me to do it?
No, you do it.
You know me. I'm your friend, your main boy, thick and thin. I'm your pad man.
He's Anthony Whitsitt.
He's your pad man. Good morning, Anthony Whitsitt. He's got his things too, man, that we love so much. Sister Felicia Gardner's here.
Felicia, we love you.
You're the one for me. Good morning, Miss Felicia.
Thank you for joining us. Oh, Brother Mark is here.
Mark is here?
Yes.
Okay.
You got to do it.
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now.
Bill Brown. Bill Brown. Bill Brown. Yes.
Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Bill. Good morning to our friend Bill. Melissa Price says, Mark Greer and Anthony Witz's songs get me every time.
Yes.
I'm going to be snapping all around the house today.
Yes.
Chef Rev says, my wife tried to use the rain as an excuse for not walking this morning. I grabbed 2 umbrellas and told her to come on. We got it in.
Ooh, I'm glad you got it in. I could do the rain, but that thunder and lightning in? No. Now.
Melissa Price, I love my song.
We love you.
But Felicia Gardner says, yeah, no, not a sports person. Definitely don't talk sports with me. Okay.
Time for Couture.
Now, if there's a single woman here who desires to be in couplehood, learn something about sports, okay? Learn something about sports.
I never did. Not until after I was your wife. And I'm not putting in no work for no maybe. Get out of here.
You did too learn stuff about sports.
I did not learn nothing about sports before you married me.
You know what football is. You know what basketball is.
That was
not
for you.
There's such a thing as Monday Night Football.
Those were for my son.
You know there's things such as Monday Night Football. You know there's things about Sunday football.
Not
you
for
did
you.
too. You even know some players' names.
Now, I'm your wife now. I have a responsibility to at least be able to engage in conversation with you about some things that you like. So I know some of the players, I know some of the teams, I know some of the things that are going on in that world. So no, don't try to cut things off now. Yeah. I just told you Couture was here.
All right, Couture is here. Back to life, back to Couture Green.
However do you want it?
Do you need it?
Do you need it?
Good morning, Couture Green. Scroll, baby, scroll.
Good morning. Good morning.
We got to get a cat song. Okay.
Yes, we do got to get a cat song.
Damona DeBruce here. Now we know
song.
We know Damona was here on our first day.
Very first day.
Damona
we were a 15-minute show.
Yes, Damona was showing from the very beginning, and she has like a logo too, and it's just so you kind of have to get the persona. It should come with music like Damona DeBruce is here. Hi. My name is Damona DeBruce.
Damona.
How
DeBruce.
are you?
We love that.
Who else is up?
Tarnez.
Tarnez is here. Do it, baby. Do it, baby. Do it, baby. Do it, Tarnez. Yeah.
All right, Chef Rev, carrying the umbrellas and everything. I got you.
I grabbed 2 umbrellas. Saying, let's go. Chef George, Chef Rev is here.
Why must I eat like that?
I got it.
Okay.
Let me get my hair right. I'm leaving Damona going to Chef Rev.
I get you.
Okay. Why must I eat like that? Why not hire Chef Rev?
It puts the good food in me.
Nah.
Dr. Beverly says, I used to coach a boys undefeated basketball AAU team for 11 years. Needless to say, we were bad, not bad, meaning bad, but bad meaning great.
That's right.
Okay.
You used to coach a team about boys basketball, an AAU team. You learn more and more cool stuff about Dr. Beverly. That's pretty cool. And Dr. Beverly's here, so Dr. Beverly is on the show. Damona says, I was in tears at 6 a.m. watching yesterday's tribute to Aunt Viv. You watched yesterday's tribute. Wow.
I'm glad that you had an opportunity to participate in it. And she is a much loved. Thank you. George Chef Rev says, skip the sports talk and learn tantric yoga together.
Is that right?
You forget about sports, bro.
I understand. Now, if y'all don't know what tantric yoga is, look it up. I don't want to tell you now. Demona says, Melissa, hey, honey.
Dr. Deborah's loving these songs. They start my morning. Amen.
That's an honor that when you guys say that kind of stuff, that you can find value in this show to start your day. It does the same thing for us. You know, the shows, we work when we wake up, okay? But the show officially starts our work day.
Now, I don't often get annoyed with my husband. You could almost count it. I could probably count it on one hand, on one finger. But I remember one day that I was thoroughly annoyed with him and we still had to do the show. And I wanted with everything in me that we were going to skip the songs, that we were going to do everything that we could so that he could get away from me. And what happened is we had to do the show, we had to do the songs, and honestly, before the songs ended, my heart had softened and we had reconciled.
I don't remember that.
I know you don't, because I didn't kill you.
Dr. Beverly says, y'all can call me weird today. It'd be fine, but I believe that rain was tears from Vivian telling us that she missed us already. Come on, man.
Amen.
You ain't need to say that. Oh, come on.
I'm grateful for it.
But that just did something in my belly, her saying that. Come on.
Melissa said, don't forget to pop those numbers.
Hashtags?
Those hashtags in, y'all. Don't forget to have sex. That's right. Popping those hashtags. Hashtag don't forget to have sex is a one that we want to see trending.
Woo.
It's important. You all right, Ben?
I mean, Dr. Beverly ain't need to say that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
And Melissa Price, don't forget to have sex. This morning, actually, my wife, she hooked her husband this morning, y'all.
Somebody come and get him. You can have him. Beverly, you know.
I got hooked up this morning.
The dollar is available. It is available.
Stop it, y'all. Come on, man.
But everybody gets to process their emotions and process their feelings. And definitely remember that tomorrow is not promised and that you have the gift of today.
Yes, live your life now. Live your life immediately. It struck me funny because I miss Vivian. I miss her. I miss Miss Vivian. And she's talking about that heavy rain was her crying because she missed the show. Come on, man.
Demona said, Brian is so funny. Melissa says, it's Where Your Wife Wednesday, is it not?
Yes.
Dr. Deborah says, Brian is so funny. Demona says, Lisa, you can have him. He's yours. And Beverly says, going once, going twice. I think we got another $1 in the bag.
Anthony West is laughing. It's today, Wednesday, Brian. Yes, it is. Tarna as Brian is the love machine and Lisa is the boss. I'm gonna surprise. Hey, got to cash in on your coochie coupons. You guys know a lot of stuff about
coochie coupons. They never expire.
Yeah, I know a lot of stuff about my home.
They never expire, and they are a necessary exchange for all of the great deeds.
That's right.
That get accomplished in your home.
Anything that's helpful or ever, any deed, a task or something like that, or
especially
even kind
if it's
word.
Unsolicited.
Yes, you can earn yourself a coochie coupon, and you get to cash them in whenever. That's a cool thing. I have a storehouse of coochie coupons. Okay?
Do you now?
I've done a lot of good stuff. Okay. Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Baby, I noticed your car was a little dusty, so I went ahead and got your car washed. Coochie coupon.
That is so funny because I don't mind my car washed, but washing my car is for the people that see the car is on the outside. Cleaning my car is for me. Washing the car is for everybody else. So
the inside
is for me. Lisa, it's time for you to get some manly coupons made up for all you do. Unfortunately, you don't need a coupon for that.
Melissa says Brian's wearing his Coochie by Gucci fragrance today.
I can't with
Coochie
y'all.
by Gucci.
Is it 5:50? Is it 9:55 yet?
Oh, that's hilarious.
I have been focusing on mindset, especially as we move into the winter months, because I know the shorter days really have a tendency to affect me oftentimes. And so as we move into the fall, into the shorter days, I have gotten a little more consistent about the amazing mindfulness card. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for us as a family. I did pull one yesterday for Miss Vivian, and it came back again. So it's for us, and it is, I will overcome any obstacle. We actually talked about this card. Revelation 12 and 11. We actually talked about this in Women Empowerment Networks on last night. It simply is the opportunity to know that your story is important. Revelation 12 and 11 says that we are overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. Understand, the blood of the Lamb is one of the most powerful elements. The blood of the Lamb is one of the most powerful elements.
I gotta do this real quick.
But it goes on to say that we are overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of your testimony. That's how important your story is to someone else's salvation, deliverance, and getting healing.
Chef Rev says they give you access to your rod from God. And Tarnez says, hey guys, say hi to my brother Jaron Green from Alberta to Canada. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Jaron. And Dr. Deborah says, I received that affirmation. Tarnez says, amen.
Amen. Okay. We love you guys. It's Wednesday, evaluation day, and don't forget to have sex.